I had to take a break. That was really powerful. Just boost our moms. We all do an amazing job, so I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing your story with your son. That was really touching. I was calm and ready for the speech, and I kind of took over. So give me a second to get myself together, as some of you probably are as well. Okay, family, friends, neighbors, and fellow patriots. Memorial Day is not merely a date on the calendar. It's a promise. It's a promise that the names of the fallen will not fade, and the debt we owe them will never be forgotten. So a couple weeks ago, they mentioned to me, hey, would you like to do a speech? And I was not ready for this, and I didn't know which way it was going to go. But amazingly, maybe through the act of God, and maybe just how things work out in life, I was in Brownsville, Texas, where I was born, and I was visiting family, and they brought me to our family plot, and I learned a little bit about my family, and also learned about part of my family that I didn't know. And one of the family members was actually in World War II, and unfortunately he was killed in action. Well, I came home and I started thinking about that individual. I didn't know who he was, and I did a little bit of research, and I started to reach out. And when this speech came up, I was thinking, you know what better way to honor someone who has been killed in action by actually learning about them, learning about their family, and finding out a little bit more about themselves. Well, I reached out to his great niece, and we had a great conversation over the last couple of days. And she can't be here today, but she wrote something that was really powerful, and I want to go ahead and just honor her and honor her great uncle who served and unfortunately perished in 1945. So please, I'm going to say a couple words in that honor. This is what she wrote. Today, I want to pay tribute to my great uncle, Private First Class Manuel P. Gonzales, 47th Infantry, who was killed in action on January 7, 1945. Sadly, it would be 4 months before the end of World War II. Today, we pause to remember the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to our nation, but we also honor the families they left behind, the Gold Star families, whose love, courage, and sacrifice are etched into the soul of America. I also want to recognize his wife, Great Aunt Marie, who was widowed with 2 young children, a daughter Minerva and Manuel Jr. Throughout my life, our family honored my uncle and his sacrifice. He was never forgotten. The loss of a service member is immeasurable, families grieve unending, and yet their strength inspires us all. We carry the memory of our loved ones with deep gratitude and solemn respect, knowing that freedom has never been free. To Minerva and Serafina, who are not here today, my wife is recording, so I want to say thank you for sharing your story about your great uncle. It brings me closer to my service of 28 years, and other people in my family as well, is that we have all had something to serve, and we've given back, and some of us gave the ultimate sacrifice. So Minerva, Serafina, and the rest of the family, please know that the life he left behind didn't fade in 1945. It lives on in strength, character, and service of the family he loved. In closing, we must remember that memory requires action. At the VFW, our mission is simple: honor the dead by helping the living. We honor our fallen comrades by ensuring their families are cared for. We honor them by walking the halls of Congress to fight for the benefits their surviving brothers and sisters earned. We believe the greatest monument that we can build for the fallen is a country that takes world-class care of its veterans. If we ignore the veterans standing before us today, we fail the hero we buried yesterday. Let us leave here today committed to that care, to that memory, and to each other. Thank you.